I said the last name right, correct?
Yeah, correct. That's right.
Oh, thank God. I always feel so stupid when I mispronounce your first name too.
It's all good.
So, but how have you been, man? Because like I said, it's been about 2 years since we last really seen each other. How have things been going? What new projects have you been doing?
Hanging in there. This is my first big con since the pandemic started. And as far as new projects goes, I'm happy to say I've begun production on the newest Shaun of for Kids book the series that I've been working on, the latest installment. I've been working on that diligently.
Nice. And what's that going to be about?
That's actually going to be about the first people. It's for those of you that probably don't know, the Shahnameh is an epic poem. It's a 10th century epic poem written by a Bana Ferdowsi, and it collects the myths and legends and folklore of ancient Persia. And I have 3 books in the series. This is the first book, The Story of Zal and Seymour. It's one of my favorite tales in the Shahnameh. It's about a little boy who's raised by a magical bird. And the second book in my series is The Mighty Rostam. And Rostam's like the big hero, like Hercules is to Greek mythology. Rostam is to Persian mythology. He's that brave hero that goes on quests and fights monsters and dragons, all that adventurous stuff. And the third book in the series is The Worthy of Gordafari. It's about a heroine who defends a fortress against an invading army all by herself. It's a nice, courageous story that's empowering and teaches you to kind of like stand up and face your adversities. But the fourth book, it's going to be about early humans and how civilization kind of started and the first kings. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a bit more epic, but we've begun. We got about 18 pages done so far. It'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait to share this with everybody, but it's going to be a little bit fun.
Nice. And what other projects have you been working on outside of the Shahnameh?
To be frank with you, that's the only my current only creative outlet has been the Shahnameh, the kids series. But I've also been coloring this comic series called Fist of the Dragon by Advent Comics. It's written by a really talented writer named Tony Cottrell. It's like a martial arts kind of kung fu fantasy kind of book. I've been coloring that. I'm the colorist in that. I've also colored comics in the past for Marvel and Image, and I still do the coloring. A little bit more selective with what I do these days, but I am coloring Fist of the Dragon #2 as well.
What's it like difference-wise from writing a kid's book to doing the coloring on the comic books?
Well, the coloring in the comic book, I can just go in like colorist, artistic mode. Just kind of, I know what I'm doing, and I've been doing it for so long, and I know I'm good at it, and I can just kind of do what I need to do on top of another artist's artwork, So that's fun. But doing the kids' book, I'm putting on a lot of hats. I'm putting on the thumbnails, the character designs, the layouts, the writing, the research, the production work. There's a lot of hats I'm putting on when it comes to Shaun for Kids versus just doing the colors. They're both really creative, and I love doing them both. But there's a lot more involved in the children's book production.
What do you think is the hardest hat that you have to wear?
As crazy as it sounds, I think writing is probably the hardest one. Especially for children, because I want it to be not just dumbed down for kids. I want adults to be able to appreciate it as well. So I got to kind of have a voice that kids can understand, but at the same time, it's not kind of dumbed down, for lack of a better word. So I think the writing part has always been, like the last 3 books I've done, I've always found myself kind of more pulling my hair out when it comes to the actual writing, I feel like.
Right. So you, in a way, it's kind of like you're. Like I want to use Batman the animated series in a way. It's a kids show, but you got the writing in a way for the adults, that make the adults want to watch it still. So
yeah, that's definitely what I think is really important. I wanted to kind of approach it same way like you said Batman animated series, and if you watch it now, it still holds up as it did 25 years ago.
I was just watching it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it still holds up.
Yeah, it does.
And I wanted to kind of do like how Disney movies in the 90s did it. If you're 4, if you're 40, if you're 80, you're still going to enjoy the product. That's how I wanted to do these books, for sure.
But with that said, where can the people find you on social media?
Social media, you can look up my name, Arsia Rozegar. Just Google my name. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and my books also have social media too. You can just look up Shaun for Kids.
For those, I will actually properly write that up because it's showing in reverse.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We got reverse.
Here, I'll do this real quick. I'll do that. There we go. Shawn for Kids, and your name is right there as well.
And you can go to ShawnForKids.com and check out the Shawn for Kids social media. And also, if you go to the website, there's free downloadable coloring pages. So if you're creative, you can download free coloring pages and color and use your creativity.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Well, Arsia, it's great to see you again, buddy.
Thank you.
And we'll talk soon, my friend.
Peace.